Hi guys, it's Tom from TBTEK here, and today we're going to be looking at an issue with this Xbox One X. Okay guys, so welcome. As I said before, my name's Tom. I'm a technician at TBTEK. We decided to start making these videos just so you guys can see what we get up to on a daily basis, the challenges we face and the devices that we work on. And so we're starting this off with an Xbox One X, and I'll just give you the lowdown from the customer. So they've said that they often take this device from location to location, and on this particular trip they managed to drop it on the way, and ever since they've dropped it, when they plug it in and play games, it's very, very loud, the fan is. They said they were putting up with it for a bit, and it got to the point where it was so loud that they couldn't enjoy the games anymore. So that's why they've booked it in with us. So I've plugged it in. I haven't turned it on yet, so I've got no idea what to expect. I will say down here, I don't know if you guys can make that out on the camera, there is a squashed bit on the corner there. So I don't know if that's where it's been dropped on, but there is also a crack just below there as well. So yeah, it looks like it's potentially had quite a hard fall. So yeah, I'm gonna turn it on now and boot it up and just see if we can see what the issue is there. So I'll just turn it on now. So it's lived up, made the noise, so that's good, and I've got a light here, as you can probably see a reflection of my finger there. Yeah, so that's coming on. Oh wow. So before I've even got a display on my screen, the fan has come on, it's full speed. Yeah, that's blowing very heavily from my fingers. Okay, I didn't quite expect that to be so instant, but yeah, it is. So I'm going to wait for that to fully boot up here. Normally what happens with these is over time, especially these because they've been around for around, I think, about 6 years now, the thermal paste eventually dries up, and what that means is the fan has to compensate for the lack of heat transfer to the heatsink, and so you do often get them being loud, but never like this. This is quite extreme. It's very instant, to the point where it obviously couldn't have been anything else. So I've just turned it off there. Couldn't have been down to the heat transfer. So I've just turned it off. Hopefully the fan goes off as well. Light's still flashing right now. There we go, everything's gone off. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn it off here at the wall. There we go. What I'll do, I'll dismantle it now. I'll just unplug the cable just down to the point where we can see the fan, and then we'll just see if there's anything obviously, you know, causing an issue in there. So I'll just got my screwdriver here, so I'll just turn it up. Okay, straight away I can tell you this has been opened, and that's because there's definitely a screw missing there and a sticker missing. You can see the adhesive there. So yeah, we're definitely looking at something that's been opened before. That's interesting. So I'm just going to first of all take a screw out here. So we're doing this on an anti-static mat so that we can't do any damage to the board when we open it up. So I'll just move this controller out of the way over here. So that should, yeah, that's free. Okay, right, what I'll do, guys, just because it'll be really boring for you to watch this bit, I'll just speed the video up. Once we can see the fan, I'll plug it back in and I'll rejoin you. So here we've got the console opened up with the fan. What I'll do first is I'll just plug the power in and plug in the HDMI. There we go. I'll also plug the controller in, but this time I'm going to have to use the rear ports because we've unplugged the front ones. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to power it back on. We're just going to see what it's like here, how quickly that fan kicks in. So just to give you guys a better look, I'll just turn this on now. There we go, and you can see the lights a bit more clearly now as well. So there we go, fan started. Yeah, so it is instantaneous. It actually starts fast before we even get a display on the screen there. And this air is cold as well, so it's not hot or anything. I'm just going to let it boot up again and turn it off again because there's evidently something wrong here. The first thing I'm going to try is replacing the fan, because I do have a spare one, to see if that solves the issue, because normally there is a controller chip for the fan in here. Obviously you've got 4 cables here, so it's a PWM fan, but there must be, I'll just turn this off. So normally there's obviously a voltage regulator that sends a signal through the cable to the controller chip in the fan, which then controls the speed. So if the controller chip in the fan here has failed, then obviously that would be why it's full speed all the time, regardless of the heat of the console. So what I'll do now then, I've actually taken the screws out already, so I should just be able to do that. And we'll turn him off at the wall before we mess with the power supply. I'll just unplug him. So I'll just pick that up there. There we go, yeah, move that across. Just take that out of the plug there. So the power cable for the fan is there. Just remove that. Okay, so that's the old fan. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the focus today, but that's the old fan. A little bit dirty inside, but seems okay. I mean, yeah, not sure if that's been replaced before, but it does look a bit dirty. But anyway, let's put that to one side. Do have a replacement fan under here. So I'm just going to try this one. So I'll put that in. And put the cable in. And drop the power supply back in. Cord on the fan there. There we go. Right. Pop that over there. Okay. So plug the power back in. And let's see what happens this time. I'm hoping this time it won't be spinning as fast. Let's just pray that that's the... Oh, okay. I was worried for a second there. Yeah, okay, so I believe that solved the issue. It's spinning, but not very fast, and we're not getting much noise, and we've got a display now as well. So yeah, that's the issue solved on this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this back together, and hopefully that should be the problem resolved. So bear with me 2 minutes. I'll put it back together and see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so it's all back together now. I turned it on about 15 minutes ago, and it's popped up. I tried to connect it to the internet and it's popped up asking for an update, so I'm just allowing it to update now. So it's been on for about 15-20 minutes, and it's the fan's nice and quiet, not sped up at all. The air is coming out, obviously not as fast, but it's warmer, which indicates that the heat transfer is working from the heatsink, so that was never the issue in the first place. So what I'll do from now, it will obviously go on a test. I'll put a game on there and I'll leave it running for a couple of hours just to see that it can cope okay and the new fan works fine, and then I'll be giving it a clean up, and the customer will be receiving it back. They're quite lucky considering it looks like it's had quite a hard drop. So yeah, I think that'll do for our first video. So if you enjoyed it and you're interested in seeing more of these types of videos, then feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. We're probably going to continue to post these types of videos because it's useful to us it's a bit of entertainment for people who don't do this kind of thing as well. It's interesting for them to see, you know, the kind of things that a technician gets up to. And also, if anybody's got any issues with their phone, with their laptop or their computer, then get in contact with us, and we can talk you through some options in terms of upgrading your machine or fixing your machine. So yeah, that'll be it from us for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.